Good afternoon. This is HorseRacingNation.com handicapper Jared Horak. This is my third Kentucky Derby Contenders video. We previewed Midnight Hawk in our first video. We did a Strong Mandate in our second video. Now we're going to do a Gold Hawk from the fairgrounds in our third video. Now, he began his career at Churchill Downs, 7 furlongs, broke his maiden in his career debut. Then they shipped to the fairgrounds for his second career start, stretched him out in distance against Allowance Company at 1.70 miles. He rallied from off the pace. He was visually impressive winning that race. Then he came back for his third career start in the Lecomte Stakes. And he was just coming off of a 3-week break. So he came back pretty quick in his first stakes try. He ended up, that day, he was closer to the pace. Now, there wasn't much pace signed on. Vickers in trouble ended up one of the pace setters, and he ended up winning that race. Not much pace. There was a speed-favoring track. He sat closer. He ended up finishing an even third. Not a bad effort considering coming back in 3 weeks, his stakes debut, speed-favoring course, running a little bit closer to the pace than usual. So now he's going to run the next in the Risen Star Stakes. Now he'll have better spacing this time, more space between his races. Hopefully he'll get a fairer racetrack and also a little bit more pace to chase. He can sit a little bit further back, make a nice late run. He's got a nice pedigree. Empire Maker is his sire. He was my Kentucky Derby horse in 2003. He ended up finishing second in the Derby, winning the Belmont Stakes that year. The Empire Maker's given a lot of stamina to his offspring, and this horse looks like he can run all day. If he can get the right setup, he's got a big shot to rebound in the Risen Star Stakes. Seems to be training well up to that race for trainer Steve Asmussen, and he's definitely one to watch on this Derby trail. I think he should continue to get better as distances increase, especially when he gets to the 1 1/8, possibly 1 1/4 on the first Saturday in May. If you go over to HorseRacingNation.com, you can find more information on any Kentucky Derby horse that you're interested in. We have information on basically anything you want to read about for the Kentucky Derby. You can find articles, results, video of races, pedigree information, anything you want. Just go over to HorseRacingNation.com. If you go to HorseRacingNation.wordpress.com, you can see my updated weekly Kentucky Derby top 10 lists. And they are available each and every week on HorseRacingNation.wordpress.com. That'll wrap up this week's video. I'll be back next week to profile another Kentucky Derby contender.